In Hampshire today, and I suppose you could say that the operators of the Watercress Line were chuffed to bits with the celebrity star of the show.
Not a famous film actor or sports star, even better for railway buffs. It was the world's most famous steam locomotive, the Flying Scotsman.
It'll be carrying passengers all weekend on the 20-mile round trip between Alton and Alresford, which is where it is tonight, and that's where we find our transport correspondent, Paul Clifton. Paul.
And it's literally just pulled in behind me. No locomotive turns heads like this one. 97 years old and still pulling in the crowds. And literally just 30 seconds ago was pulling in there. It has been a tough year for the Watercress Line. Passenger numbers have been down. And they'll be hoping that this locomotive, Flying Scotsman, can turn that round. Reopening the Watercress Line after a year severed from the rest of the rail network. The most famous steam locomotive in the world crept into Alton Station. On a hot, dirty but spectacular footplate, a local driver relishing his career high point.
Getting to have the opportunity to work on this locomotive is, is a dream that every steam enthusiast has.
Flying Scotsman crossed the new bridge that has been built in the centre of Alton. Hundreds of school children came out to watch, along with some grown-ups too.
Well, the Flying Scotsman was brilliant. It was very impressive.
The children's reaction was lovely, and it was lovely to see all the VIPs waving at the children as well.
The rebuilding of this bridge took months longer than planned, finally opening just before Christmas. Much to the relief of motorists, this transforms a notorious traffic bottleneck.
The best celebrity to open a bridge, the Flying Scotsman, absolutely wonderful.
Broadcaster Titchmarsh led the reopening ceremony. The year-long partial closure has hit the Heritage Railway hard.
Well, we were only able to operate over about 60% of our line, and inevitably that meant that the footfall was down and revenue was down as a result. A lot of people thought we were closed, for example, and we have to redress that. So having this locomotive here today is really going to help us in doing that.
Flying Scotsman is to trains as Concorde was to aircraft, or the QE2 to shipping. It appeals to people who have no other interest in the subject. It is a real superstar. Flying Scotsman's about to take a dining train up the line to Alton. It is here until early March, mostly as a static display. When Flying Scotsman went to Swanage last year for 2 weeks, it provided a quarter of that railway's entire income for the year. They'll be hoping for that too. Now, this railway has been opened 3 times, first in 1865, then as a heritage railway in 1976, and now for a 3rd time as the line is reopened up as far as Alton. Now, just take a look behind me. Dirty, smelly, sooty, and utterly beautiful. This is a fabulous machine, Tony.
Well, you're not wrong there, Paul. Fantastic stuff, and well, as it pulls away, it's going to feel like a kind of scene out of a romantic movie on Valentine's Day, isn't it? What a lovely scene there with the Flying Scotsman. My goodness. Right, Farmsy.